Hey guys, welcome back to Me Being Cheap. It is a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. I am actually out here. I hope I'm aiming this at myself in short sleeves. It is November 6th and the weather is fantastic, which is nice because we did have a cold snap before. So just thought I'd show you. I don't know if you can see out there past the shop. Yeah, those beans are still green. Anyhow, Michael and I did some shopping today, and we did some stocking up, trying to take advantage of some good prices. As you know, prices are increasing, things are not becoming as available. So I have got my work cut out for me. So as you can hear, he is actually out in the shop grinding on some metal. He's been doing some welding. So first of all, we did get some meat that is on sale. Some of it was on sale, some of it was on clearance. So I am going to be busy shrink wrapping these for the freezer. Got some steaks in here, but what I really wanted to show you was down here. I've got these 10-pound bags of chicken quarters, and they were $4.90 a bag, so that makes this meat 49 cents a pound. And what I like to do with this, I like to cook it just a little bit in a pot of boiling water, pick the meat off the bone. I can the meat with its own broth, and then I put vegetables in with the bones and the fat, cook it down really, really good into a nice broth, and then I can it too. I actually have 100 pounds of chicken in here. I got 5 bags from one store, 5 bags from another. It was 10 cents more expensive at another store. But anyway, these in the green bags, they are not frozen, so I will start with these tonight, and then tomorrow I'll leave these in the cooler overnight, and tomorrow those should be thawed. I also have some other things that were pretty good. This was 2 pounds of sausage for $1, not 2 pounds, 1 pound for $1.50. So the store that I bought this chicken and this sausage from, along with Michael had picked out some steaks and stuff. A lot of times their food is out of date, but in the case of the sausage, it had been frozen. So same with the bacon. There's some bacon in there. We got a good deal. But anyway, I can't show this all to you at one time, or I'll have to I had to unpack it. So I'll just show you a bit at a time. But for now, what I am worried about are the bags of chicken. So I will get those out, bring them in the kitchen, and get started on those, show you what I'm working on. And then over here, I had to weight the cooler down with a battery. At our Kroger, we got all of these cauliflowers and broccolis. They're the nice pieces, the crowns. There's not a lot of stem. And they were clearance this morning. And so this is organic. I really don't care about that much. But these were 99 cents, and it had the cauliflower in it. This is a 1 pound pack. But we got a bunch of these 2 pound bags for 99 cents. These are usually $5. So that's a good deal. And I think we finally got the freeze dryer fixed. And it's been since September that sucker has not worked. And if we got that fixed, that cauliflower and broccoli is going right into the freeze dryer. So that'll probably be another video. Anyhow, I got to get all this chicken out and get started on that. I will catch up with you guys later. Okay, so this is 30 pounds of chicken quarters in my big pot. So I'm only able to do 3 bags at a time. So I've got that covered with enough water. Again, we are not cooking these all the way. We are just cooking them enough to where we can pull the meat off the bone. And then we will use some of this broth to top the jars off. So for now, I'm going to cover this, let this get going. And then I've got some things to put away, some things to do. I've got to catch up on the dishes over there from earlier today. And then we went to Dollar Tree. Got to put a lot of this stuff up. These are handy. I'm not always an advocate of using throwaway stuff, but if you are trying to cook a meal for somebody that maybe is under the weather and you don't want to have to worry about getting your pans back, these are awesome. These are awesome. So we did stock up on some of these things. We're going to be doing some cooking for some people. And then every year we do, it's through Samaritan's Purse, where you fill the shoebox with the toys and they go overseas. We bought the big item last night, which was the soccer ball and the pump. And we did go by Dollar Tree to get a few smaller toys. So we have like this little Jenga thing and some ink pens and some combs and paper and pencils and just things like that. So probably get that put together so we could drop that off at church tomorrow morning. And so, yeah, I've got some cleaning to do, some other prep that I'm going to do while the chicken is doing its thing. So I will check in with you guys in a bit. All right, so I have 3 2-pound bags of broccoli florets. I have 2 2-pound bags of green beans. I've actually got another one in the fridge. We're going to have some of them tonight. And then I have 4 1-pound bags of broccoli and cauliflower together. So my freeze dryer can only do 10 pounds at a time. So it's about 2.5 pounds per tray. I might be able to get, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could probably get this broccoli and cauliflower all in one load. The green beans, I'm just going to wash those, blanch them, and then freeze them. And I'll have to take care of those later as far as preserving them. But I may just use them as frozen green beans. So anyhow, I'm going to get busy with this and I will catch up with you in a few. I am still cooking on that chicken. It's still heating up. So I'll catch back up with you guys later. All right, so this is a 1 tray and it has a 2-pound bag in it. And that is actually with me trimming up. This is my chicken bucket. Nothing goes to waste here. Chickens will be eating good tomorrow. That's with me trimming it up quite a bit. There were a lot of the stems that were browned and also rather thick. And those on the broccoli and on the cauliflower, if you get the thick stems, sometimes they don't dry as well. But I want to show you something. So this is going to be less than 2 pounds. And even though the freeze dryer can do 2.5 pounds per tray, I want to show you something. You see how it's sticking up above? I don't know if that's showing up really good. But anyhow, it doesn't work out too good that way because if it's sticking up, it could touch the bottom of the underside of the other tray, which has heating elements in it. So I am going to put half of this in the other tray. So I'm actually only going to do 1 pound per tray. So I do need to get the rest of this trimmed up, get this into the freezer because, like I said, I bought this on clearance today at quite a substantial savings, but it is not going to stay in the fridge that long. I mean, you can tell, I mean, there's some that's getting a little brown. So I'll go ahead and get this trimmed up, get it in the freezer. But yeah, I'm probably doing only 1 pound per tray. So, but the good news is with it being 1 pound per tray, the cycle will not take as long, but you will end up with a better product. Okay, check back in with you in a few. All right, welcome back. So this is the broth. This is the bones and skin of about 50 pounds worth of chicken. It has simmered and it's got carrots and celery and onion in it. So I'm getting ready to strain that out and can that up. There's Michael. And then over here, this is the 50 pounds minus a jar. For some reason, okay, so this canner normally holds 14 jars, but I don't know if these Golden Harvest jars are a little bit wider, but I could only get 6 jars in the bottom instead of 7 this time. And in addition, one of my lids, I don't know if this is showing up, is buckled. So I'll probably have to reprocess that one anyway. But as you can see, it's still kind of boiling in the jar. It does that, especially with the meat. So it might do that up to a day or so. But these were canned last night. They're still warm. I'm not going to push on this lid right here, but it looks like this one actually did not seal. So I may be reprocessing some. Anyway, so what I have to do now, I need to strain out this broth, suck the fat off the top, and get that going in the canner. And then I have another 50 pounds of chicken that I need to process. In the middle of processing chicken, we did stock up on these candy bars. They were the king size or a regular sizes in the Mr. Good Bar, the score, but they were 2 for $1. In this day and age, that's pretty good price for a candy bar, especially for the king size. Now, Michael and I obviously are not eating these right now, but it is nice to have a treat, and if we can buy it at a cheap price, these are going to be vacuum sealed and then put away in a cool, dark place. They should store nicely. These we picked up at the discount grocery. These are most likely out of date. I honestly can't read that date, is so small. But yeah, we've bought some of the things before that are out of date, and it's fine. We did buy 2 bags of sunflower seeds. I said, let's just start with 2 because sunflower seeds tend to go rancid pretty quick. And we opened them up and they were rancid. So the chickens had a nice snack yesterday. They liked them. But anyhow, so it is Sunday afternoon after church, and I've got to get busy on canning the broth in round 2 of the chicken. So I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching. I have the chicken stock loaded in the canner, and I have scraps for the chicken. That's chicken going to chicken. Yes, they'll eat it. It's also got a lot of veggie scraps in it too. I have the chicken fat that's left over and a little bit more chicken fat. Don't have a use for this. Chicken fat to me is a little bit gross. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with that. I may save it, I may not. But anyhow, I need to get the pot cleaned out because I need to start boiling the second round of the 50 pounds of chicken, get that going. And then I just wanted to point out, for those of you who inherit canning jars or people give them to you and maybe you don't have the boxes that they go in, I wanted to tell you that these berry boxes, strawberries or what have you, these work wonderful for jars, for quart jars anyhow. This was actually strawberries. They fit, let me do it this way so it doesn't fall down. You can fit 5 along this edge. You fit 5, and then 4 fit across there perfectly. So that's 20 altogether. The boxes are sturdy. So just thought I'd point that out in case you didn't know it. These berry boxes work great. I actually picked these up at Costco. You know, when you check out, they've got boxes there that you put your stuff in. So berry boxes will hold 20 quart jars. So just thought I'd share that with you. All right, I'm going to do a little cleanup and get going on that other 50 pounds. Thanks for watching. Guys, I'm pretty excited. I'm on the final dry. Today is November 7th. I've really not been able to use this freeze dryer since sometime in September. I've been at least down six weeks. I'm going to do a video and show you what the problem was, but right now I gotta take care of some other stuff. So yeah, I'll check back in with you in a few. Alright, so all that candy, I have it stacked up over there in these little clear bags. This is a vacuum chamber. Very, very handy piece of equipment. I like it better than the vacuum sealer. I've got one vacuum sealer right here. My workstation's a little bit cluttered. I've been having problems with my freeze dryer, so I've got tools and extra vacuum pump oil and so forth. Okay, so I've got the candy in there in the bag. I'm going to shut the lid on this and hit the button. And it does take a while. probably about a minute per bag. I don't know if you can see, everything's kind of expanding, and then the suction is going to cut off. I wonder if I should have poked a hole in those candy wrappers. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. It's got a little countdown. It's pretty noisy in here. I've got the fan going on this vacuum pump, and the vacuum pump's running on the freeze dryer. But you can watch this. It'll let the suction off in just a minute. And we just open it. And these candy bars are sealed for long-term storage. It's got a crimped heat seal on it. And guys, we have started doing all of our meat in this, and these things last a lot longer in the freezer than your regular food saver bags. Those things seem to lose the seal after a while, and you still get ice crystals, but the ones that we do in these, they last a long time. So I've got a stack of candy over there I've got to get done, so I will catch up with you later. Alright, so I have the candy bars sealed up. There's a bunch of them in there. This is a Mainstays 15-quart latching tote. If I had to, I could probably fit a few more in there, but this is good for now. So in terms of food storage, putting things away, if you want to think about it as kind of like an envelope system, the first one is, you know, obviously you wouldn't store this out in your yard. If you were to just put the candy bar by itself, you know, no plastic wrap on top, that's going to get chewed up by an animal in no time. They may have a little bit more difficulty getting through the outer plastic, but still they're going to be able to chew through it in no time at all. So you want to keep your food in your house. So your house is your first layer of protection, and within the house, you know, you want to, I set out mouse traps and keep mouse poison, that sort of thing, spray for bugs. Some people may not want to do that. That's what we do. But then your second layer is going to be something like this. Now, a mouse can chew through this, but they're going to have to work at it. And by keeping your food in the house, and you'll want to keep it in an area that's cool and dark, and keep it in something like this. Keep your bug poison out, keep your mouse trap set. This will buy you quite a bit of time. So you got your house, you got the wrapper that the food is in, you got the plastic wrap, and then you've got this. So several layers of protection. And this is clear. I'd prefer if it was a dark color so the light couldn't get through, but I'll put this in a cool and dark location to keep it fresher. Now, the next thing that I have to do is seal up this meat. So in the stock up shopping that Michael and I did yesterday, we picked up this meat, and you can save money by getting the large packs and then packing it yourself, breaking it down. And again, I use the vacuum chamber for that, so I've got to get that done. And then down here on the floor, I have several things of cornmeal. They were 88 cents a piece. And a lot of times people don't want to store things like this long term because they're worried about the bugs. Now, you could put these in a freezer for several days and let them freeze, and that kills the bugs. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually vacuum seal these in Mylar. And so removing the air is going to kill any bug that's in there. But, you know, I'll take a look at it as I'm pouring it in. Make sure I don't see live critters. If it's full of things crawling around, it's just going to get fed to the chickens. But good deal on this cornmeal. It was 88 cents for a 5-pound bag. And then somewhere in there are some little bags of grits. And I do like grits for breakfast. Alright, I will check back in with you in a few. Okay, the meat is sealed up, and I want to show you something else. this is the fat off of the pork, and nothing goes to waste around here. We are saving the pork. If Michael gets a deer this year, this will get blended up into the ground deer meat, either for burgers or to make some sausage. So deer meat by itself can be very lean, very dry. So if you try to make burger sausage or something like that, you need to add a little bit of fat to it to help hold it together. But anyhow, I'm going to run this out to the freezer. And if you hear that beeping in the background, that is my freeze dryer. It finally finished a load after being out of commission for at least 6 weeks. So I've got to get that bagged up and get it defrosted and another load going. I will check back in with you in a few. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so this is what the broccoli looks like when it comes out of the freeze dryer. Looks an awful lot like the fresh broccoli that's going to go into the freeze dryer, except for this is dry. So I'm going to seal it in Mylar. This is a tray that I've already sealed. It packs down nicely. Need to label it. But anyhow, I got to finish bagging up this broccoli. I've got some other broccoli and cauliflower on trays in the freezer already, and then these 2 bags of broccoli will go on trays for an additional load. I will catch up with you later. All right, so this is the result of 100 pounds of chicken quarters. This is the meat, canned in quarts. There are 5 times 6, 30 jars, plus another 2 that didn't seal that I need to reprocess. So 32 jars of chicken, and 4 times 6 is 24, 25, 26, and another 2 jars that didn't seal. There are 28 jars of chicken stock. So I'll get these labeled and put them in storage so I can actually use kitchen table. All right, thanks for watching. All right, welcome back to me being cheap. This is cornmeal that I am vacuum sealing into smaller packages. This is going to block the light because this is Mylar. It also removes the oxygen and will greatly prolong the life. Now, one thing, these are not mouse proof, so I will be storing these in totes. I have had a mouse chew into one of these before. So, lesson learned, you do want to put them in a tote. So, yeah, this is what it looks like. This is a brick of, it's 2 pounds of self-rising cornmeal. I've got yellow cornmeal here. I did it in 3-pound packages. Did the self-rising in smaller amounts because it was so fine that it was actually sucking out into the vacuum machine. So I did do that in some smaller packages. But anyway, today I need to finish this up and then pack these away into a plastic tote. But again, I was getting this cornmeal for 88 cents for a 5-pound bag. It was brand name. I have to show you. We have a Martha White white cornmeal, and then we have yellow cornmeal. So it was out of date. It was not rancid. It still tasted okay. There were no bugs. So the date on this, best if used by May 3rd of 2021. We are November 20th of 2021, so several months out of date, but you know, and this is also May 11th of 2021. But yeah, that's just the best by date. That doesn't mean that it's bad by this date. So again, watch for the sales, watch for the bargains such as this. This is the time if you're trying to stock up, if you're trying to get ahead on the inflation and the cost of food. This is the way to do it. Look for the sales, the stuff that you can still get at a good price. Go ahead and buy a lot of it. So I was talking with my kiddos, and they're like, well, we don't really eat a whole lot of cornbread. Well, we do eat cornbread with beans. We can also make tortillas out of it. We can bread fish, any type of meat that we would want to bread and fry, we could do that. We could even try making some corn dogs. So yeah, All right, so stock up. This is probably plenty supply for us. Again, we don't eat cornbread every day, but you know, if things became where they were not available in the store, we would probably be eating it a lot more often. So this is the time to stock up when you can find the good deals. All right, take care.